Okay guys, welcome to back to Clunkers and Classics, where last episode we got the front end off, the engine out. I need to put this somewhere. Okay, so I spent quite a bit of time scraping, sanding, well, mostly just scuffing this front end down, and I'm going to pour 15 it here in a little bit. Put some pour 15 rust preventative stuff on there, or rust converter. Okay, let's see what we can go over first. The front end looks pretty good. You can see the ball joints got nuts and bolts. They've been replaced at some point, but this bottom A-frame is bent right here. I don't know if I can hammer that back out. The alignment actually looks pretty good, so I don't think it's bent enough to affect the alignment. It might be, but I'll have to put some measuring tape on there to see, but that wouldn't be no big deal. Okay, now the one thing I was worried about was the heater core, whether it works or not. It's got the silicone bead around here, so somebody's had it apart before, but I guess I don't have like a pressure test or anything like that. Run some water through there maybe and see if it'll leak. It's not that big of a deal to replace it later. I don't know. It'd be a lot easier right now. Okay, there was no wiring harness on this, but luckily that's why I got a parts car, so I can plug, hopefully the 68 plugs into 72. Okay, so yeah, this is motor mounts probably got to be changed. And that rust hole down there is part of the floor, the toe panel, I guess. Okay, I cleaned off the windshield. Doesn't look to be like there's no cracks in it, so kind of lucked out there. So I got all the cowl and chrome and everything off here. Looks pretty good. I cleaned out the inside here. It was just an absolute mess. Couldn't even see these patch panels. So the guy that I bought it from, I guess, or somebody, put in 3 patch panels. He put 2 of them in here. This just looks sloppy, and I don't know, I guess he put the patch panels up from the bottom. You know, usually you would put them on top, but it doesn't look that bad on the bottom. So I don't know, I might leave the 2 back ones here, and then this one he didn't get to, and that looks like it needs a toe panel. And this is the rust spot under the deal. We kind of need to fix that before I put the engine in. I could just probably cut a piece of metal and weld it in there, but this looks too sloppy, especially from underneath. Let's see if I can get underneath here. Look, show you. See, these are the back panels here. They don't really look too bad. I just need to grind them down. I want it to look, you know, halfway decent under here. And same with the driver's side. There's a couple of little pinholes and stuff in it. But then this one up here just looks kind of shitty because he's used 2 pieces and it's down too far. So I'll have to check and see what 2 patch panels for the floor will cost. Okay, I got the back seat out. I started blowing this headliner material out. The last 2 cars didn't have this insulation stuff, so I'm going to scrape all that off. Okay, seat belts here. This one's shredded. There was another one here. This one's shredded. Well, that's just the end of one. Okay. This, I believe, is a gas vent. Okay, so I haven't checked the windows yet. I'll probably lube them up real good before I check them. But the doors look pretty solid, no rust or nothing on them in the corners and stuff. And down in here, how good you can see, there's no rust down here. No rust on the rockers. Or this quarter panel. Yeah, you northern guys are probably drooling over how little rust this has. I was watching a guy, I forget what his channel's called, in Shop 209 or something in Georgia. Holy shit. The 69 Nova he got is just a rotten pile of shit. And he's fixing it. It's like, jeez. It's just a load of rust. So yeah, okay, so here's the trunk. I scuffed it down a little bit. I'm going to scuff it down some more. And we're going to put pour 15 on it today. Yeah, it started, I seen this first. That's just somebody drilled a hole. The rest of it's just a couple little pinholes. One there. I don't know how good you can see with the sun glaring. One there. And the worst part is probably up here. There's three little holes there. But I'm going to pour 15 it. I don't know if it's warped or bent. It's kind of bubbled up a little bit. But it's really not that bad. Tail panel's not bad. The worst spot, and see this trunk lid, there's a lot of rust on the bottom of that trunk lid. But we're going to use the blue one off the 68 parts car over there. Mainly because this hole here has been all wallowed out. Big dent here. Okay, so the major rust repair is going to be this thing here. It's different on the 4-door, plus it's been replaced on the 4-door. So we're going to get some little patches and weld in there. Probably get I don't know. I'll just kind of wing it. So we're going to pour 15 it, and then I think I'm going to repair this. And like I said, I don't know what they did on here. We're going to grind all this out and fix it, paint it. I think I got a bag of clips still from my Chevy, and we're going to rivet or screw the clips in here for the window, paint it, and then clean up this rear window and urethane it in there. So we'll get that, try to get that done this video. It'll probably be tomorrow before I do that. I gotta let that pour 15 dry. Okay, so I think that's all I came across so far. We're gonna do a little pour 15 here probably, since I'll keep these rear panels. I'll just put some pour 15 around them welds that are starting to rust. And whatever, you can only use that pour 15 over rust, not non-rusty metal. So I'm using it sparingly over the rust, and then after that, after it dries, I'll use regular car paint, black, and paint it, everything in here and under the trunk and everything, like the firewall. See this, like this area here, you wouldn't pour 15 that. You just pour 15 just the rusty spots, or else it'll peel off. Okay, so I'm going to spend probably an hour or so going over this, getting any loose stuff that I missed. And I'm really just going to concentrate on getting the top and the sides, whatever I can't get to with the motor being in there, you know, like all in here. I'm going to get under there, probably jack it up and get down there. The bottom of it I'm not too worried about. I can get that later. I only got a core to pour 15 right now, which is probably going to be more than enough to do what I want to do. So I'm going to get to that. I guess I'll set you up on a time lapse and you can watch me do it. Okay, I'll be back. Hey guys, I spent about another hour or so cleaning this up a little bit better. I took off them motor mounts there. They were the wrong size for a 6-cylinder. I blew it all out. I'm fixing to put some pour 15 on there. I scraped some more of that stuff off the ceiling. This heater box under here was all rusty. I scuffed that down. I'll coat that. The other video I said that this was brown. It kind of looked brown there, but now that I look at it, it's kind of like a medium green metallic. I don't know if that'll come out on camera or not. Right there. Okay. Even the deck lid looks almost brown. But yeah, anyway, it's a light medium green metallic. Okay, so I'll pour a little bit of this pour 15 here. I usually brush it on. You can spray it on if you want, but I'd rather brush it on. That way I use every drop of it and don't have to worry about fumes or anything. So when this dries, which is going to dry pretty quick, but I'll probably let it sit overnight, I'm going to do what I did with that 78 Nova trunk that had a few little pinholes, and I'm just gonna fiberglass, put some fiberglass on there. See, like that hole there, and that's over here. There's just a few little pinholes, and I don't really want to cut the whole trunk out and replace it just because of that. This is it's going to be a good restoration, but it's not going to be a, you know, a high dollar concourse restoration, because it's not a, you know, it's just a 6-cylinder car. It's not a friggin' SS or nothing. If it was an SS there and worth about 50 grand, I'd build it a little bit different, but it's not going to be sloppy or nothing. Anyway, I'm going to continue with that on the trunk. And yeah, it's hot as hell out. There's my heater in my garage right up there in the sun. I was watching some of these Canadian guys there, and some of them in Alberta are already getting snow. And I think DD Speed Shop, I watch him. He's already got his heater cranked up in his garage, ready for snow any day now. I spent a year and a half up in Alberta in my younger days, and not for me. I don't like that minus 40 degree shit. Also, this back seat, I don't know why they did it, but they cut this. So I don't know. I'm gonna leave that for now. I can either weld it up. Yeah, I'll probably just weld it up. I don't know why that's all mangled there, but you know, I think they were trying to get the back seat out. I had a hell of a time getting that back seat out. It just hooks in these deals here, but I had to use a pry bar in there and wiggle it loose. So maybe they were trying to cut it out just to get the back seat out or something. I don't know. Okay, oh yeah, I wanted to go over what was in the trunk. A lot of this stuff I'd been putting in there. But here's some seat belts. I don't even know if they'll work anymore. These are seat belts for it. Got the rear view mirror. I don't even know if it's any good. It's so dirty. That harness, I believe, is from my parts car 69 Chevelle, but I'll check it, see if it's off of this one. I can't remember. I got a couple of radiator shroud tops there, and like I said, the rest of this stuff was, I think this one barrel was in the trunk. And I do have the full chrome for the back window, and 2 of them. There's one there. I don't know where the other one went. So anyway, let me get back to putting on this pour 15, and I'll be back. guys. Got all that done. Like I said, this stuff here, I'm just going to paint it with car paint over top. Later on, I was just concentrating on getting the rust. Same with the trunk. Got all the rust areas on the trunk. I run out of the quart. You can see some rust back there. I'm gonna get that later. I'm gonna go over it probably a couple of times. And same with the back here. I got most of it. I'll go over some of the corners when I get some more. I blow this stuff out and the stuff still accumulates, so that's why I didn't do, you know, stuff like this. And around this back here too. So I got some more Pour 15 coming. Okay, so that's it. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna let that dry overnight, and we're gonna do something about this back window frame and weld in that metal on this. So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay guys, this not gonna be an easy fix, or an easiest fix than I thought. This thing was just packed with Bondo. As you can see here, it was all rotted out, and they just packed it full of Bondo. I think the only good spot is up in here, but both sides. See the other side? And then this piece here, I started grinding down the windshield, back windshield sits right along this groove here. So I'm gonna have to see if I can, we're not gonna get this done in this video. I have to see if I can get this piece, unless I want to weld a whole bunch of patches in. Same with on here. I can fix all this, but I know they make this stuff. I just don't know how cheap it is. Okay, and I took the deck lid off. I haven't looked at this, but I think the spring is either broke or something on that. But we're gonna use, that's a deck lid, we're gonna use the deck lid off this blue parts car. I'll go look at it real quick. I took the front end apart. I need to pour 15 on the front. We're gonna be using these two fenders because those fenders aren't any better than these. And then one wheel well's good. I need the passenger one, which we can get off this one. I'm pretty sure see, this fender's been whacked here. This is all Bondo, and it's, when the hood's shut, it's tweaked up like this. So this fender's no good anyway. And then this driver's fender here, I think there's all Bondo and a little bit of Bondo and stuff there. I think we'll be using this wheel well here and this radiator support. Probably can't see it too good here, but I'm pretty sure those are good. So we don't have to buy anything for the front end. This hood looks pretty good, other than one rust hole here. Might be some more underneath this trim, but I haven't checked for any dents. It doesn't look like any big dents anyway. Okay. Yeah, this is they've welded in a piece here. You see these little spot welds? They've welded in that piece. That's where the windshield sits on here. As you can see, this is all rotted here. It really doesn't look bad on this side. But I know the 2-door and 4-door back windows are different, so who knows? It may not fit very good anyway. Yeah, you can see all the welds here. They got a little piece of something. I don't know if it's a factory piece, and welded it in, so I probably can't use that. This deck lid, it's got some surface rust, but it really isn't as bad as the other one. So we're going to be using this deck lid here. I don't think there's any dents on it. I'll have to check later. There's probably a little bit of rust there that we can fix. Okay. Okay, so I can't fix that this video. I'll have to check for them parts and a whole lot of other parts. The floorboards and stuff like that. The 78 over here is ready to paint. It's been drying for about 3 days in the sun. I'm going to wash it down and then have to sand some of the black that we're painting over. And so that'll be the next video of painting this silver with the black stripes. So I'll be working on that for the next 3 or 4 days, and that'll be the next video. I got to get this engine over here out of the way so I can pull the Nova in. I wanted to try to get this window done today, but because there's 20% chance of rain tomorrow, 60% after that. I'm gonna have to put some tape some plastic or something on there and cover all that up. So anyway, I'm gonna be working out here for another 3 or 4 hours. I figure I'd just show you what I got done so far. Okay, made a new intro last night, so let me all know what you think about the new intro. It's not the best. I could probably do better, but it's something for now. And yeah, comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next video.